1962, el astrónomo de 27 años habló por televisión como experto en ese planeta.
There have been suggestions that it's a large swamp filled with all sorts of prehistoric animals. That, of course, would not be if it were at 600 degrees Fahrenheit. I would say that the best guess, and I should emphasize that it really is a guess, is that it's a large desert with no liquid water, certainly no plants, and in all probability no life of any sort.
Find just one example of life elsewhere, for example on Mars, then we would be much more justified in making this grand generalization that life is not restricted to our planet, but is a pervasive component of the universe.
I think it's much more reasonable if you want to speculate on the possibility of extraterrestrial intelligence, that there are very rare visits from extraterrestrials to the Earth. There's no evidence for this. I just say that's not implausible. But to have several visits a day, I think is straining credulity.
A bordo, diseñado por Carl Sagan.
We thought it would be appropriate to have a message on the spacecraft which would indicate who sent it and where we're from and when we launched it.
Misión buscando vida en el aún prometedor Marte.
We do not know whether there's life on Mars. We cannot exclude it and we cannot guarantee it, and the only way to find out is to look.
It's even possible that there are large organisms that walk around the planet and are of some level of intelligence. There's nothing we know to exclude that.
You see that letter? It looks like an English B.
I suppose it's some Martian guy carving his initials on a rock. Is he likely to write in English?
Kind of message in a bottle thrown into the cosmic ocean. An expression of our hopes for the future, that there will be a human community at some distant time which will be glad we sent this message to the cosmos.
Nada podían hacer.
Shuttle is, they send 3, 5, 7 people up in a tin can, 200 miles up. They go around the Earth for a week and do something that tomato plants don't grow or something, and then they say, we've done space exploration. That's not space exploration. Space exploration is going to... It is therefore possible that a full nuclear exchange would be not just an event which wipes out a few 100 million people in the Northern Hemisphere, but does significantly more serious damage.
It is foolish for the United States to continue testing when the Soviet Union has unilaterally, unconditionally stopped underground testing and invited the United States to join.
Él y Annie fueron detenidos en otros planetas.
The planet is a unit. No one nation can solve the greenhouse problem alone.
You have to stop the production of chlorofluorocarbons.
The politicians and the religious leaders and the weapons scientists have been at it for a long time, and they've made a thorough mess of it. I mean, we're in deep trouble.
What we fail to do now imperils our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren.
I'm glad to say, just fine.
And the new book?
New book is coming out in January. It's called, what is it called? The Demon-Haunted World, Science as a Candle in the Dark. And it's about science and pseudoscience, the importance of scientific thinking.
Para la ciencia.
Science is not just a joy, but it's a practical matter. The future of the country, the future of the world depends on the proper and humane use of science and technology.
This was Sagan's take on today's extraordinary claim when we reached him by telephone.
If it turns out that these microbes are indeed of biological origin, the implications are profound. They suggest that life can arise not just on one lonely planet, but on countless planets. It deprovincializes us. It gives us a profound sense of our place in the universe, and that we are not alone.